Imagine living through the end of the world. Twice. On August 6, 1945, a man named Tsutomu Yamaguchi was in Hiroshima, Japan, preparing to return home after a business trip. At 8:15 a.m., the sky lit up, and then came the blast. Buildings collapsed, skin burned, silence fell, broken only by screams. Yamaguchi survived. Injured, burned, and in shock, he made it home, to Nagasaki. 3 days later, the second atomic bomb fell, and somehow Tsutomu Yamaguchi survived again. This is the almost unbelievable, yet true, story of the only officially recognized person to endure both Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Tsutomu Yamaguchi was an engineer for Mitsubishi Heavy Industries. In early August 1945, he had been sent to Hiroshima for work. On the morning of the 6th, he was walking toward the shipyard when he saw a blinding flash. A US B-29 bomber, the Enola Gay, had dropped the world's first atomic bomb on a city. The explosion leveled nearly everything within a 2-kilometer radius. Yamaguchi was thrown into the air. Shrapnel tore through his body. His face and arms were badly burned. Somehow he managed to crawl to a shelter, survive the night, and begin his journey home the next day. That home was Nagasaki. Arriving on August 8th, bandaged and limping, Yamaguchi went to the hospital, then to his supervisor at work. He tried to explain what had happened in Hiroshima, the blinding flash, the fireball, the mushroom cloud. No one believed him. It sounded impossible. The next morning, as he tried once again to describe the horror he'd seen, the room filled with light. At 11:02 a.m. on August 9th, the second atomic bomb, this time delivered by the Boxcar bomber, exploded over Nagasaki. Yamaguchi was once again within a few kilometers of the epicenter. This time he was in an office building. The structure shielded him from the worst of the blast, but the heat and radiation still reached him. Glass shattered, walls buckled, fires erupted. He stumbled into the street, again, surrounded by the same scenes of devastation he had just witnessed in Hiroshima. 2 cities, 2 bombs, 1 man. Yamaguchi was not the only person to be present in both cities, but he is the only one recognized by the Japanese government as having survived both nuclear attacks. After the war, he returned to Nagasaki and lived a long life, eventually becoming an outspoken voice against nuclear weapons. He rarely spoke about what he saw, but when he did, he didn't speak with rage. He spoke with grief and with hope. He wanted the world to understand what nuclear war really meant, not in theory, but in human cost. He lived until 2010. He died at the age of 93. His story is one of survival, but it's also a story of warning and witness, because what he saw, what he endured, what he lived through, should never have happened once, and it should never, ever happen again. Sometimes history gives us numbers, dates, casualties, statistics, but stories like Yamaguchi's give us faces, names, lives. They remind us that history isn't just something that happened, it's something people lived. Thanks for listening to Echoes of Time. If this episode moved you, please follow and share. Let stories like this continue to echo, not just in memory, but in meaning. Until next time, stay curious and stay human.